What does it mean when a nation adds eyes in the sky in a region where every wave and horizon carries strategic risk? In the latest development for the Philippine Air Force, the United States is set to deliver additional Cessna 208B and Beechcraft King Air 360 ISR aircraft through the Foreign Military Sales Program, a move that promises to transform Manila's surveillance and maritime domain awareness capabilities. According to a recent statement from the U.S. Defense Partnership Office, these platforms will provide the Philippines with unprecedented situational awareness over its vast archipelagic waters and critical airspace. This is not just a purchase, it is a strategic signal in the Indo-Pacific, showing that the Philippines is investing in intelligence and readiness to match the pace of regional challenges.
The significance becomes clear when you consider the operational environment.
From monitoring disputed maritime zones in the South China Sea to tracking illegal fishing, piracy, and transnational crime, ISR platforms like the Cessna 208B and King Air 360 act as force multipliers, giving commanders the ability to see, decide, and respond faster than ever before. They are the quiet guardians of the archipelago, flying high above the waves while providing actionable intelligence that can save lives, protect sovereignty, and maintain stability. Comparatively, many of the Philippines' neighbors have already integrated modern ISR platforms into their forces. Countries like Indonesia, Malaysia, and Singapore have relied on similar aircraft for maritime patrol, intelligence gathering, and rapid threat assessment. By acquiring these aircraft, the Philippines is catching up and, in some aspects, leapfrogging older surveillance capabilities, positioning itself as a credible ISR player in the region.
In an era where information dominates conflict and rapid response is vital, these aircraft are more than machines. They are the eyes and ears of a nation, bridging gaps in surveillance, strengthening territorial defense, and deepening cooperation with the United States. For Manila, this is not just about acquiring aircraft. It is about claiming visibility and strategic foresight in waters and skies that are increasingly contested. The South China Sea and West Philippine Sea remain some of the most strategically contested waters in the world, with increasing incursions and territorial disputes showing the Philippines' need for enhanced maritime domain awareness. For Manila, the ability to monitor its vast archipelagic waters and exclusive economic zone is no longer optional. It is essential to safeguarding sovereignty, protecting fisheries, and ensuring safe maritime navigation. Intelligence, surveillance, and reconnaissance platforms like the Cessna 208B and King Air 360 provide the Philippines with a critical edge, offering real-time information that transforms uncertainty into actionable insight and giving decision-makers the tools to respond before crises escalate. This capability is further amplified through closer defense cooperation with the United States, a longtime security partner in the Indo-Pacific. The Foreign Military Sales (FMS) program is the principal mechanism through which the U.S. transfers military aircraft, systems, and associated training to allied nations, and the Philippines is one of its major beneficiaries in the region. Beyond hardware, these aircraft strengthen interoperability, allowing Philippine forces to operate seamlessly with U.S. counterparts during joint exercises, maritime patrols, and contingency operations. In a broader sense, this acquisition signals Manila's strategic intent to assert credible surveillance and deterrence in a complex regional security environment. By combining modern ISR platforms with international cooperation, the Philippines is not just enhancing its observational capabilities, it is embedding itself into a regional security network, ensuring that territorial integrity, maritime security, and national resilience are underpinned by both technology and alliances. The Philippine Air Force has long recognized the critical importance of intelligence, surveillance, and reconnaissance for both national security and disaster response. At the core of this capability is the Cessna 208B ISR fleet, already operated by the 300th Air Intelligence and Security Wing. These aircraft are multi-role workhorses, capable of long-endurance flights that provide persistent monitoring of both inland and maritime areas. They play a vital role in internal security operations, territorial defense, counterinsurgency, and humanitarian missions, giving commanders a real-time understanding of situations on the ground or at sea that might otherwise go unnoticed. In addition to the Cessna 208B, the Philippines is expanding its maritime and ISR assets to create a more comprehensive surveillance network. Platforms like the ATR-72-600 Maritime Patrol aircraft and a growing array of unmanned aerial vehicles demonstrate a strategic shift toward integrated airborne intelligence.
These systems work in tandem with radar and sensor networks, allowing the country to monitor vast stretches of its maritime territory, detect illegal activities, and maintain situational awareness in contested waters. These platforms reflect a broader modernization effort, one that moves the Philippines from reliance on isolated systems toward a networked, layered ISR architecture. The addition of new Cessna 208B and King Air 360 aircraft through U.S. FMS programs will build on this foundation, enhancing endurance, coverage, and precision, and enabling the PAF to operate with greater agility and effectiveness in a region where every minute of surveillance can matter. Under the latest U.S. foreign military sales proposals, the Philippines is set to expand its ISR fleet with additional Cessna 208B turboprop aircraft alongside two larger King Air 360 extended-range ISR platforms. While the exact numbers are still under negotiation, these acquisitions promise to significantly increase the Philippine Air Force's surveillance reach and endurance, giving the nation greater eyes in the sky over both maritime and inland domains. The addition of King Air 360s in particular provides long-range ISR capability, complementing the smaller, more versatile Cessna 208B fleet and enabling the PAF to tackle extended maritime patrols and strategic reconnaissance missions. Financially, past FMS efforts for similar ISR platforms have been valued at approximately USD $19.8 million plus options, covering both aircraft and the integration of specialized ISR equipment. Future packages are expected to include support elements such as maintenance assistance, crew training, and logistics infrastructure, ensuring that the platforms are not just delivered, but fully operational within the Philippine Air Force's operational framework. These support systems are critical for sustained mission readiness, particularly when integrating advanced sensor packages and data links across a growing ISR network. From a capability perspective, the Cessna 208B ISR aircraft are designed for persistent surveillance missions, equipped with advanced sensors and real-time data links that feed actionable intelligence to command centers. The King Air 360 ER platforms elevate this capability with specialized ISR sensors, extended range, and enhanced mission systems, enabling prolonged operations over contested waters or remote regions. Together, these platforms will transform the Philippines' ability to gather intelligence, monitor maritime activity, and support both ground and naval operations, providing commanders with the situational awareness necessary to respond rapidly to threats or crises. The new ISR platforms, from the Cessna 208B to the King Air 360ER, are set to become the Philippine Air Force's critical force multipliers across multiple mission sets. Foremost among these is maritime domain awareness. With the Philippines' vast maritime territory, including the strategically sensitive West Philippine Sea, persistent monitoring is essential. These aircraft will detect and track fishing fleets, foreign naval vessels, and suspicious activities, providing commanders with actionable intelligence to safeguard territorial waters and economic resources. By transforming raw observations into timely decisions, these ISR assets act as the nation's eyes and ears over the waves. On land, the platforms are equally valuable in counterinsurgency and internal security operations. Light ISR aircraft can penetrate remote, rugged, or otherwise inaccessible terrain, supporting counterterrorism operations and law enforcement missions. Real-time intelligence feeds allow ground units and joint forces to plan, coordinate, and execute missions with a precision that was previously unattainable, reducing risk to personnel while improving operational effectiveness. In addition to defense roles, these aircraft are vital for humanitarian assistance and disaster relief, a mission that has become almost routine in the Philippines due to typhoons, floods, and earthquakes. ISR platforms can rapidly survey affected areas, conducting rapid damage assessment and needs analysis to determine the scale of disaster impacts and guide relief operations. By providing timely situational awareness, these aircraft accelerate response times, save lives, and improve the allocation of resources, ensuring that aid reaches communities in need when every hour counts. In short,
The Cessna 208B and King Air 360 are not just surveillance tools. They are versatile, multi-mission platforms that bridge maritime, internal security, and humanitarian operations, giving the Philippines a more agile, informed, and responsive Air Force. The addition of Cessna 208B and King Air 360 ISR aircraft marks a significant leap in the Philippines' national defense posture. By expanding its airborne surveillance capability, the AFP can better detect, track, and assess potential threats across its maritime and territorial domains, projecting presence even in contested waters like the West Philippine Sea. This long-term capacity strengthens sovereignty and provides a credible deterrent, demonstrating that the nation can observe and respond with precision when national interests are challenged. Equally important is the interoperability these platforms enable with the United States and allied forces. Operating shared aircraft types, training on common systems, and integrating ISR data into joint exercises allow the Philippines to synchronize operations and intelligence with regional partners. These aircraft do more than collect information. They facilitate real-time collaboration during bilateral maritime drills and multilateral security initiatives, enhancing collective situational awareness and regional stability. Finally, the expansion of the ISR fleet sends a clear signal regionally. It shows the Philippines' commitment to defense modernization, operational readiness, and maritime security, while signaling to Southeast Asian neighbors and potential adversaries alike that Manila is actively investing in credible, persistent surveillance. Beyond capability, these aircraft represent a strategic statement of partnership, deterrence, and resilience, positioning the Philippines as a proactive player in regional security networks.
While the acquisition of additional Cessna 208B and King Air 360 ISR aircraft promises significant operational benefits, it also brings several important challenges that must be addressed. First, integration and sustainment are critical. Pilots, sensor operators, and maintenance crews must receive comprehensive training to operate these platforms effectively, while long-term sustainment planning is needed to ensure spares, technical infrastructure, and maintenance pipelines are in place for uninterrupted operations. Second, budget and resource allocation will shape the success of the program. FMS packages and associated support services require sustained funding from the defense budget, and the AFP must carefully balance ISR acquisitions against other modernization priorities, such as fighter jets, transport aircraft, and naval systems. Effective planning ensures that ISR enhancements do not come at the expense of broader operational readiness. Finally, as the ISR fleet expands, integration with the Philippine Air Force's broader command and control and operational networks is vital. Aircraft alone are not enough. Their real value emerges when intelligence collected is timely, actionable, and fully synchronized with joint operations, maritime patrols, and disaster response mechanisms. Although specific statements on this latest ISR acquisition are pending, past communications from the Department of National Defense and Philippine Air Force leadership provide insight into the messaging that is expected. Officials typically emphasize the operational benefits and strategic importance of such acquisitions, while reassuring the public about transparency and national security priorities. A D&D spokesperson might frame the expansion as, "The addition of Cessna 208B and King Air 360 ISR aircraft will significantly enhance the Philippine Air Force's surveillance capabilities, allowing us to better monitor our territorial waters, respond to natural disasters, and support national security operations." From the U.S. perspective, officials often highlight partnership and capability sharing. A Lockheed Martin or U.S. defense representative could say, "These ISR platforms are designed to provide persistent intelligence and situational awareness, enabling the Philippines to operate alongside its regional allies with greater effectiveness and interoperability." The overall public messaging is likely to frame ISR expansion as a capability enabler, not just a purchase, stressing that these aircraft strengthen defense, support humanitarian missions, and integrate the Philippines into a broader network of regional security partnerships. By emphasizing tangible benefits, maritime security, internal defense, disaster response, officials convey the value of these assets in terms the public can understand and appreciate.
The expansion of the Philippine Air Force's ISR capabilities through U.S. foreign military sales, with additional Cessna 208B and King Air 360 aircraft, marks a major milestone in the nation's defense modernization efforts. These platforms will provide persistent surveillance, enhanced maritime domain awareness, and rapid intelligence collection, strengthening both national defense and regional security. By combining modern ISR assets with international cooperation, the Philippines is building a more capable, resilient, and responsive air force, better equipped to safeguard its territory, monitor critical maritime zones, and respond effectively to both security threats and humanitarian crises. In short, this initiative is not just about acquiring aircraft. It is about securing the nation's skies, seas, and strategic future.
If you found this analysis valuable, share your perspective in the comments. Your insights help deepen the conversation and sharpen our understanding of evolving regional dynamics. Thank you, and we will see you soon in our next geopolitical discussion.